Okay, I'm back. So let's wait for the others. Okay, nasa na yung iba? Why is it that they are not around? Or anyways, so again, this morning we will be continuing our discussion still on the information and communications technology and overview. So, so again, for our learning objective this morning is to define ICT and to trace the evolution of technology, particularly on computers. And yes, that will be the learning objectives. Or at the end of this lecture, the student should be able to define ICT, trade evolution of technology, and particularly computers. Okay, so informations and communication technologies and overview. So the concept of technology has evolved throughout the years as the rate of human progress continues to increase. Okay, society has adapted such as a way that technology no longer appeals to mechanical or electrical systems alone. So again, like these times in the pandemic situation right now, 'di ba? We really adapt the progress of the technology. As like for our class, we have this instead of having the face to face, we are we are conducting now an online class, though this online class already exists before now, especially those like the yung bang ano ba yung like for sa Chinese, 'di ba, they wanted to learn English, so they have this ano nga yun, yung online class, no? So there are foreigners or foreign countries that will teach them how to speak in English. So sa ilang country, of course, this online class is not new anymore, no? But it so happened lang that we have this pandemic. That's why I think all of us now having talaga this online class. So the term technology presently includes advancement in communication and how information is handled. Okay. Then the term information and communication technology, or the ICT, was defined in a study of conducted by Zupo 2021 as related to technologies that facilitate the transfer of information and various types of electronically mediated communications. So again, ang pasabot sa ICT is is a related technologies, no? Or kumbaga, it's just a study of mga computers, no? Mga technologies na what happened is there's an evolution ba or something like that, no? That's a ICT. However, this definition was considered too broad, that Zupo created an ICT hierarchy to identify key aspects such as ICT in education, business, and the economic sector. So para mas madali na 'to ma-identify, this author Zupo really made an hierarchy for us to understood well, no? Because ang ICT nga naman it's so broad talaga. So he made this hierarchy para mas maintindihan natin, no? So mainly in education, business, and economic sector. However, this yeah, I could not really so ma-zoom ko ba 'to? Ayan, hindi siya ma-zoom, 'no? So ayan, ito yung ICT. So I'll just ano lang, 'no, just listen na lang for a while. Um, I have this from economic development, economic sector, education, and business IT. So sa economic development, siya yung mobile signal infrastructure. Then underneath niya is availability, access, crisis, or disease management. Then sa mobile devices, we have the phones, tablets, pagers, and others. Then we have economic sector. So we have good produced, manufactured, and related services, and digital economy metric. Then sa education, which is we're doing right now, we have the skills and competencies, devices, tools, and yeah, pedagogies. Then under the device of tools, of course, we have the phone, tablets, pagers, includes computers as well. Now sa business IT, so we have these architectures, networks, support systems, devices, and phones, tablets, and pagers. So this is the hierarchy by Coleraine Zupo. Anyways, we'll be discussing this deeper on the next chapter now, so that we could really know what is the identify jud what is ICT, no? But by this hierarchy kasi mas masabtan nato jud kung asa jud ni kasi nga ang when we say ICT, it's really too broad. So better have this hierarchy for us to understand well. Okay? So IT versus ICT. When do we use the term ICT and how does it differ from IT? Because I know some of you will really ask question na unsa man jud ning IT and unsa po ning ICT. So ICT or Information and Communications uh, type of error. Communication technology is often said in a more general sense. Again, is often said in a more general sense and is described as using computers and other technologies to assist individuals or institutions in handling or using informations. Okay, that's ICT. So ICT is technology that support activities involving information such as gathering, processing, storing, and presenting data. Increasingly, these activities also involve collaboration and communication. So, mo na itong ginabuhat, no? Communications, no? And somehow, kung collaboration sana, if natong block A and B, no? Collaboration with the other sections. Okay? Then IT or information technology. So pertains to the industry that involves again pertains to the industry that involves computers, software, networking and other IT infrastructure to help relay or manage information important in modern day living, as seen in primarily in large companies or corporations, or well, in this education as well. no? So kumbaga ang kanay mga IT, these are the people who have knowledge jud about more on the computers or the technology itself, no? So they are the one who will help or relay or manage important information. So like this one sa in education coming of course this MTS class or this MTS subject kasi ang description man niya is living in the IT era, living in the new IT era. So IT related of course. Though ang inyong mga instructor or professor sa inyong program can really teach about this one, but however we are the expert for this, no? It doesn't mean naman expert, it's just as that we studied IT, or yeah, we are IT professional who really knows deeper than their knowledge about the IT thing. Okay, so simply put, IT is a subject of ICT. Ayun. So ang IT is a subject of ICT as the technology used in the field of IT aids in the use of ICT. So we are the IT aids, no? Aids na ano ba yung parang yeah, mag-guide, no? Or kumbaga helper, no? If na ay problem sa technology, we are the one who can be called, no? To help. Pero dili po na nang namang gutoy nakatawan ko ato na atoy nag-trend pud karon na ano, na picture sa Facebook ba na asa to? Like for example, na gitawag daw siya sa iyang auntie. Bakit auntie? Tas sabi ni auntie niya na, "Ayuhan ni akong refrigerator." Of course, dili pud mi ing ana tanto na makaayo jud um, sa tawag na, kanang sa refrigerator. Kay sa ngalan nag-IT daw mi, so kabalo na daw mo ayo og refrigerator, dili because that is part of the, sabi na mga technicians, 'no? Dili pud sa ngalan nag-eskwela sila og IT, makabalo na mo ayo og TV, 'no? That's another field, 'no? But like for example lang kanang mga assistant or IT aides na kailangan, like for example kanang sa mga offices kaya mapansin nimo sa mga of course there are some of the employee kasi they are really not for techie, no? Kasi ang kaning computers or technology nag-emerge raman jud siya from it started jud in 1990s, no? That in the 2000s ni mas di-boom na jud siya. So katong mga 1980s below I think or 1970s yung mga ano jud, they are not really prone for this technology. That's why in each offices jud they have this IT aides, no? That will really help them in their like problem in solving their presentation or sa pa ba ka mag-enter sa ilang system na ilang gipalit pero they don't know how to use it because yun nga matanda na sila, so they need to hire an IT because of course knowing IT which is a bit expert of software mechanism, no? Kanang paggamit sa mga software, no? Kasi pag IT, graduate ka na ng IT because we've been battling for making of softwares, so ganon. So kung na may new software, so mas capable yun si IT, no? So again, IT is a subject and IT is a subject of ICT. Okay? So breakdown of ICT. So ICT is made up of three words, namely, sorry for the typo error, namely information, communication, and technology. Again, information, communication, and technology. So now information, so refer to the knowledge obtained from reading, investigation, study or research. So some of the tools that transmit informations are the telephone, television, and radio. So, ang sa pa may others na maka-transmit. So, mao naman jud na sila no mostly transmit of information is that telephone, television, radio, and as of now because we have this new technology, so transmitting of uh, information via the internet, no? So mas dali na karon o mas dako ang iyang wide, no? That's why we have this internet as well, the World Wide Web. So not to be confused with data. So data information regarded as processed data. Okay? Like what our topic last meeting is data is a raw fact, no? While information is a process of data na. So mo na difference niya ha. Basi matinga mo nang usahay pag di kay matarong ang pag-process sa information, so mo na nang marites, no? So computers normally process data that are later understood as information. For example, while typing on your laptop, you usually punch in random letters on your keyboard to make up words and sentences. No, kung mag-type daw ta sa keyboard nato. Then the typing on the keyboard is considered as input data, while the words and sentences you see on your computer monitor is considered as output information. Nakuha, no? So kung mag-send tag mag-type ta, so letters ra man gud na siya, 'di ba? Kaya mag-click-click ka sa tong keyboard, that is the input data that we send, no? So tas i-process na karon ni CPU, not ni CPU pa, yeah. So i-process na karon kung unsa tong gi-request. Of course, by sending the data, no, the input data, so pag makita na to sa screen, so mo na ning na-compose nato na mga sentences or paragraphs, so mo na karon ang ginatawag nato na output information. Okay? So I hope nakuha na ning pasabot sa information na kay kasagaran mao ning mawala ta no. Labi na sa inyong thesis pohon and data o yeah, na data you gathered in your thesis. Even sa inyong assignment no. Now, process information is called knowledge. So it helps fulfill daily tasks. For example, knowledge is used to predict tomorrow's weather and decide if there is a need to bring an umbrella. Knowledge is also used to analyze the stock market and check which company is worth investing in. Okay? So katong na-process na information karon, so ma-form na to siya og knowledge. So based sa imong nakuha na information, so mao na unsa kay nang knowledge sa Bisaya murag yes, unsa kay Bisaya sa knowledge? Murag knowledge. Kahibaw? Nakalimot man ko sa Bisaya pud sa knowledge oy. Basta knowledge. I could not translate it in Bisaya but I know what is a knowledge is, no? Kahibaw or yeah, murag because of the information nato na so kabalo na ta mo gamit ana na butang. Like for example, kahibalo or kahibaw. Nagsagol man gud ang Mandaya or Bisaya ba. Like for example, ballpen. Unsa may information na atong na kuan sa ballpen na gather. So based sa information nato na gather, so kabalo na ta karon unsay purpose ni ballpen, no? Na si ballpen gamit pang sulat, 'di ba? However, lahi po na siyang kaalam o mao-mao po na siya no, kaalam or kahibalo, kahibaw ba ka? Ayan. No? So by the use of the knowledge that we naka-stack sa atwa, so kabalo na ta unsay gamit sa ballpen. But if you are going to talaga mas deeper na information, no? Like kay Ernie Barong pang pinastyle ba pag walang knowledge, walang power. So don't you know that the if you're going to deeper know the ano no parts of the ball pen, so the ball pen will not, the ink will not write talaga or will not ano because of this nada ini bulitas na gamay kaayo sa atong ball pen, no? Unlike ato mga mahalon na sign pen, di ba? Atong nay ink lahi man to pero kaning sa ball pen nada ini gamay kay na bulitas. Mao nang di siya automatic moawas ang ink, no? Kaya na siya nagbara pag ibaba na nato na siya murag iduot ba kumbaga, let's make a force on it. So dito mulabas na ang ink. Okay? So kahibaw ba mo o kahibalo ba mo or naba mo'y alam or kaalam na ang ballpen na ay gamay na bulitas? O ingana. So because of the information that you have right now, you have now your knowledge. Okay? So di na ta mag si maglisod punta kay kuha naman na science na kaayo siya, science. Okay, so moving on, communication is an act of transmitting messages. It is a process in which information is exchanged between individuals through verbal and non-verbal means. So in prehistoric days, humans' communication through signs or symbols are evidenced by cave paintings and drawings, 'di ba? Sa una, rock art, stone carvings and stone carvings and the like. So kung sa una, even mga ano natin no, mga scientists talaga, they will really as try to studies the paintings on the wall unsa man jud tong mga nahitabo atong niunang panahon. Then based of the drawings na ilang makita, so mahibal-an na nato na ingani dinhi sa sinaunang panahon, no? Especially if na sila ma-new discover ang ilang excitement di jud na maundang because of the information na ilang makita. Okay? So forms of communications have evolved through time as communicating more and more complex idea has become necessary. Next is technology. So has evolved in ways that improves people's daily activities. As mentioned above, technology has made communication much easier and faster through telephones, fax machines, mobile devices, and the internet, no, like the one we are using right now. So we're conducting our online class via internet. Okay. It has also made broadcasting of information such as news or weather reports more effective. Is it more effective ba in broadcasting the news over the internet? No? Over in the social media? 'Di ba na uso labi ng fake news talaga. Mona, please try to have research yun. Fact check talaga tayo if this news na post sa Facebook is tinuod or hindi. Okay? Then, however, by sending this information like the radio, television, satellites, and the World Wide Web, which is the most powerful right now because this is the one that we are using, are powerful tools that can be used by individuals to gather needed information to aid them in their office, school, or housework, or in a simple day-to-day activities. Now, let's proceed to the evolution of technology. So, the evolution of technology has always depended on one thing, the human rationale. Okay? So, humans tend to think of ways on how to discharge tasks or workload, workload, or the do daily activities easily. So, mamadyo ni siya. Uh, Again, technologies are made for us to make our tasks easier. Okay? Like this one as well, we have this pandemic man. So how are we going to conduct our class? Okay, by the use of this technology, so we have this online class. 'di ba? So mas mapadali, no? Like ang can opener or bottle opener, unsa may gamit ana? It's used for us to open for the can opener, of course, yung ma-open na to ang dilata. Bottle opener because of course there are some of us who will really use their teeth, no, their tooth to open the bottle sa Coke, no? Sabi na sa mga of course I know there are some of you really drinks alcohol, no? Sa Red Horse, ngipon ang gamiton, ngilngig kay paminawon, no? So by the use of that tool or this technology, ang can opener o bottle opener, so dali ra kayo siya. So again, technology are used for to make the task easier by they, of course, us, human. So that's why the evolution of technology has always depended on one thing, the human rationale. Okay? So the concept of technology always starts with the basic tool. So basic tool, yun na siya. Until such time na kay for example, kanisa ay mo na-invent. Of course, murag na pa man ka sa testing or mahimo siya tester. So, i-test nimo siya if okay na ba siya. If you find out na dapat na ko ni dungagan because this ang iyang isa ka task di man niya ma-accomplish, so dungagan na to. So, ganun. So, from the basic until such time na makabuo na jud kag the best tool for that, no? Like for example, in order to build a house, one cannot simply use his or her own two hands to cut wood and attach the wooden pieces together. So you need a hacksaw, gabas, or hammer, martilyo, and set of nails are needed to accomplish a task. Of course, no? Di man jud ka kabuong matawag na balay kung wala ni silang martilyo, lagare, or lansang. Even atong sinaunang panahon, no? Of course, if you don't need this thing or these tools, so you're going to live on the cave. But still on the cave, maggamit magyapon kag tools, especially when you try to find your food, no? How to capture, to get your food. So, naatay mga knives, no? Kaldero, lutuan. So, ganun. So, mag-start jud gihapon sa basic tool. Now, this time, since nga nag-evolve ang technology, so automation now is defined as the technique of making an apparatus, a process, or a system operate automatically. So, mo na ni karon, nag-evolve na, no? Nanatay automation. So, unsa may example ng automation? Ha? Yeah, ma-automate na nato og for example, a Xerox machine. Before, we need to write pa. Isulat pa nato, no? Isulat pa nato ang mga like example mag-copy ta, no? Isulat pa nato then later pag invent ron sa um, Xerox machine, ibutang lang nimong papel then automatically mo scan na siya. So you don't need na to write, no? Anymore because naka-scan na siya. Especially now if we still have this face to face. Kung na presentation ang professor ninyo or instructor, samo kay nang sige picture, 'di ba? Kay we have this device naman, atong cellphone, di picturean na lang ang lecture, dili na mag-copy. Pero of course, nagyapon siya ay hassle na part kay kung mag-study ka, daghan pud kay imo na picturean. Ma-full ang imong memory because ang imong cellphone is dili kay siya dakog memory. Okay? And automation is defined as the technique of making an apparatus, a process, or a system operate automatically. Okay? Remember that. Then, automation includes a broad range. Okay. So again, automation um, includes a broad range of technologies normally connecting computer systems to the other systems, such as sensors, wireless applications, expert system, and system integrations, among others. Okay? So, muna na karon ang atong automation. And however, an automated system is not the same as intelligent system. So, kung sa automation, in short, kailangan pa nato og guidance. I mean, when we say software ba is a is a step-by-step instructions that tells the computer how to perform a task. And this software cannot be it will not be function unless there is a user, no? So sama sa akong giingon kanina, ang Xerox machine will not function talaga if wala ang user. So karon, ang kaning intelligent system is different. So IS or the intelligent systems are far more complex and are capable of learning. This is where the concept of AI or the artificial intelligence comes in. So kasabot naman tag AI, no? So one of the latest invention in the automotive industry is the intelligent car, which is capable of driving or parking by itself. So with the AI, na nakasulod or nakasave na data or programmable data or programmable instruction sa iya ha, so siya na mismo ang mo lihok. No need na ni user. Okay? So I believe kailan na taon sa AI, no? Okay, so I think that's it for this morning. And I'll be transferring again for the Q&A broadcast, okay? So let's have 5 minutes Q&A. Then afterwards, you may proceed na to your class. Other class na. Saglit